Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
That was good.
So about 2 weeks ago, I made a video where I was breaking down the typical racial double standards that exist in the sport of boxing. I was talking about the code words that race fans use to describe black boxers, and one of the code words in particular that was created by white boxing analysts, defensive fighter. We know that in the sport of boxing, the name of the game is hit and not be hit. And that's actually the principle in every sport. They just don't call it hit. Instead, they call it score. So the name of their game would be to score and not allow their opponent to score against them. Exact same concept in every sport. Well, I was explaining in this video that when a boxer hits and not gets hit, he's called a defensive fighter by white boxing analysts. And when someone like Lomachenko does it, he's called the Matrix. Well, as I was watching the Jaron Ennis versus Amanda Stanionis fight live on DAZN, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix, and Todd Grisham, they were calling the fight, and Jaron Ennis was putting on such a dominant performance that Sergio Mora said something that literally left Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix completely speechless. Sergio Mora said, and I quote, "Boots looks incredible. He's the Matrix in there. He can see punches in slow motion. He can see bullets in slow motion." Man, after he said that, it was like Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix's microphone stopped working. They went completely silent for like a whole 10 seconds. In fact, it was pretty ironic because it happened in Stanionis' best round of the fight. It was the 5th round where Stanionis, he started off doing well, but Jaron Ennis, he came back in that round, overwhelmed Stanionis, busting his nose, busting his face all up, backing up Stanionis. And this was the same round that Todd Grisham, he actually said that Stanionis is winning this round. At least he said that before Jaron Ennis ambushed Stanionis with a barrage of punches. So this was around the time that Sergio Mora said that Boots, he's the Matrix. It was about 15 seconds left in that round, and after Sergio Mora said that, Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix, they didn't say anything for the rest of the round. I mean, it was almost like they were saying to Sergio Mora, like, "Hey buddy, whose side are you on? Did you forget how to stay on code?" And it's funny because this is something that Sergio Mora, he often does. He goes off code when he's calling these fights. I mean, a lot of times he'll stay on code with Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix's agenda, but a lot of times he will go off code. And in this fight, I think he caught his colleagues off guard because he went completely off code the entire fight, praising Jaron Ennis all night. While Todd Grisham, he kept desperately trying to blow his dog whistle to the race fans, saying that Stanionis, he looks smaller than Jaron. He kept saying that. He said it about 3 times throughout the entire fight. But Stanionis wasn't smaller, he was just shorter than Jaron. Just like Isaac Pitbull Cruz is shorter than all of his opponents, or Mike Tyson. I mean, we never heard them say Steven Nelson looked smaller than Diego Pacheco when they were in the ring together. And another thing is when Jaron Ennis gets hit, how come they've never praised him on being able to take a great punch, having a good chin? The commentators, they will often praise the guy that's getting beat up by saying he can take a hell of a punch. Boy, he could really take a punch. Meanwhile, Boots has shown that he could take a punch in all of his fights. But when Boots was getting hit in this fight, they were pointing it out as if it was a bad thing. But let them tell it, they want to see black fighters get hit, right? We know what time it is. This is the one thing I will say about Sergio Mora. Even though he has shown to be biased on occasions when he's covering fights and catering once again to Todd Grisham and Chris Mannix's old media agenda, he does go off code on occasions, and he's also really good at explaining to the fans what we are watching. Meaning he's really good at breaking down the fights analytically as he's calling them. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.